DJ all the way. I'm Jonathan Coachman. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, running back David Johnson, fresh off 100 yards on the ground a week ago, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Arizona Cardinals. With that, let's get out to the desert. Standing by in Glendale, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Able to push his way through. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
While in college, quarterback teams that improved their win total from 1 his freshman year to 5 his sophomore year to 8 his junior year. Love that type of improvement. Love that type of diligence.
On first down, Goff. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Nifty move. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Gurley with a carry on first down. He'll only get a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The headshots here of the offensive unit. And what about Brandon Cooks?
If he's not a 1,000-yard receiver every year he's healthy in the league, I'll be surprised. Came out of college wanting to be a pro, studied all the best receivers in the NFL before he even got to the league.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now look now at the defensive starters for the Cardinals. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Goff. They got a man, it's Woods. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 28. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes, You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Back to the ground game here, Gurley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. You think back to the Super Bowl against New England, the Rams never even got into the red zone in that game, and now here they are in the red zone on their opening drive with a 1st down.
What? 20.
A shotgun snap for Gone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. From 8 yards out. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. But whatever they said appears to have worked. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And this offensive unit should have a lot of juice coming off the big output that they had 1 week ago.
Nothing like confidence, is there? When you've played well the week before, you can't wait to get back on the field and do it again.
Now Johnson. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
So on 4th down, here's Matt Darr to kick it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. The numbers on the ground for Gurley last week. 17 carries, 88 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people up and downfield.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. From the gun on third down. Gone. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Aaron Donald. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
To throw is Murray, and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Matt Darr now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, he slipped right by him. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun. Gone. And that one's complete to Gurley. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
The drive starts with a completion left side, and this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Here's Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. For Kirk, there's a peek at the numbers in last week's game. 6 catches, 106 yardage-wise, and the score as well.
And that touchdown adds to his lead. He is the NFL leader as we roll through November.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run it with Johnson. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
2nd and 5 now. Murray, this one caught by Isabella. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 44-yard line. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 34. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let's go.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Let's see what you got.
To Johnson again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And back at the 8 now. 3rd and goal.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And our attention shifts to Todd Gurley. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going. But we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Goff. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Goal. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. On the jet sweep, they get this to Cooks. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Goff now 7 of 10 here in this 1st half, and he's got a 1st and 10. On the jet sweep, they get this to Cooks. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion. Kind of a muddle in the middle of the field. You'll go make a play on the football.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for L.A. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and then angled for them and shot for them. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. The tackle there by John Johnson. On second down, Johnson. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Here's Matt Darr now as he's on to punt for Arizona. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Todd Gurley and the Rams offense set to take over. He's hoping to get it going. They're hoping to get him going, too. You know, he's about ready to pop one here in the second quarter. He's hoping.
And his offensive line teammates, they want to get one of those, too, because
and he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Hassan Reddick. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Goff. And Woods has it complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Johnny Hecker now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field. With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I say just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not? 4 verts, one of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. And he comes back with 1 complete. That goes for 14 yards, 1st down Cardinals. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And room there to work it inside the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On second down, it's Johnson, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. The Cardinals on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Give him a gain of 4. Able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
They go play action here on first down. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drives 7 plays in length, and the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. They run. It's Gurley. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. David Johnson now gears up to help lead this offense back on the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Now Murray. Complete. It's Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Murray now on first down. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the intercept.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And our attention shifts to Todd Gurley. Now, I'm not going to say you completely abandon the passing game, but it would really behoove them to get this running game going more.
That's the identity most teams are seeking. Able to establish themselves, control the game by running it, have to touch it multiple times in order to have success in this game.
As we say, that's right. As we say all the time, that sets up the passing game. I feel like a broken record with that.
Listen, we can be broken records all we want. Bottom line is, lather up that big horse and let him run.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the jet sweep, they get this to Cooks. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where you see the final score there. Saquon Barkley. Over 100 yards in the victory with 2 touchdown runs as well. Next, we'll stay in the Northeast as we head down to FedEx Field in Washington to check in on the Redskins. And you can see they trail the visiting Buffalo Bills in that ball game. Zay Jones, a touchdown reception. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. The Broncos looking to push their mark to 5-3, right in the midst of the playoff chase at the midway point. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here are the Cardinals to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Murray now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards there to begin the third quarter. They also lead by 3 points. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. Blitz coming, and down he goes. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Play action. Now it's Murray. And he's going to go down again. Robert Kimdichie, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
That's exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Here's Matt Darr now, standing just outside his own goal line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
We'll see what they have up their sleeve. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. They got a man. It's Woods. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. So they did not bring pressure, and turns out probably a bad idea.
Yeah, he had time to stand in the pocket and deliver a strike. So I'm wondering if they're going to note that, and next time just go ahead and bring that pressure.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's Gurley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Gurley. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Here's Goff. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Hassan Reddick able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals. Murray now, 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Miles Jack with a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. To throw, it's Murray. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. They fake the handoff, now Murray. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. Well, this is taken in, it's complete. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. Again, it's Johnson. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, now this from 43. And his kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down the defense.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
That's how you pick up a first down. You know where the sticks are. You know where the first down marker is, and you find a way to get there. That's called having vision.
He had a lot of vision last week, didn't he? NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was dominant. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score.
Go! Check, check. Fresno. Brady West. Fresno.
They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass, so you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Rams getting set to go now. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Back to throw, Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked.
We call that sack.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. This is taken at about the 14. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field, creeping up on 1,000. Could get there on this drive, so a challenge for him to do that, but also defensively maybe a challenge for them to not allow that.
And that means probably kicking even more coverages to his side. And what that really means is wherever he lines up, you will have a cornerback over in his area. Now instead of blitzing your linebacker, drop him into coverage. Instead of the safety dropping into regular coverage, that safety moves into that area to try and discourage a quarterback from going to him. That means everyone else, win your routes. You got an opportunity to catch passes now too.
Yeah, a little bit of a cat and mouse game. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th. On 2nd and 9, Murray. And his throw here is incomplete. There defensively was John Johnson to knock it free.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. His career rushing numbers just continue to rise with that last carry. He surpasses 12,280 yards and also surpasses Marsh. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. That time a 6-play drive. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Goff now looking to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Goff. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Goff now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Here's Goff. He gets it to Cooks. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 6 there on first. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Now a draw as Goff gives to Gurley. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on first and 10. Out of the gun. Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
55.
Goff now looks to throw. And that one's complete to Gurley. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Here's Goff. And Woods has it complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes, and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Gone. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. And first down. Gone. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing again is gone. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook. but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Tonight, like 20. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
On first down, it's gone. And that's complete to Cooks. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball.
On first and goal, Gurley. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And last year's rushing and total touchdown leader Todd Gurley caps it with his first of the game here. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
A nice burst there as he'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They go to Johnson again. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to...
Johnson, it's poke free. Football's out. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. So Jared Goff in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns, 2:23 to play. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Goff. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. I think a free play now for Goff. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore.
Offside, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Goff now to throw, and they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Here's Goff. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw is Goff. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To the air again. Goff. And that will be incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go on 4th. Goff. They got a man. It's Woods. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 of enemy territory. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play. Goff. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the gun, here's Goff. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for Arizona, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Rams, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.